Okay, hi everybody. This is going to be a vid about dogs. I love dogs. I'm obsessed with dogs. Always loved dogs. Literally, I'm sure that was one of the first words I learned to say. Um, Always just love dogs. Okay, loved them. Um, However, I also have a dog now. He is 9 years old. He's going to be 10 in November. That's my estimated birthday for him because I don't know his exact birthday, but I just gave him a birthday and I kind of celebrate it sometimes in my mind. He doesn't normally get anything special or anything like that. But yeah, so I have a dog, love him, am obsessed with him. He's the best. And I love other dogs too. I love dogs in general. I love the concept of dogs. I love, people who work well with their dogs, which is actually not most people, unfortunately. I have a friend who is not a dog person. She's not into dogs. She wasn't raised with them. Um, she doesn't like absolutely hate them. They're just not her thing, and she herself will never own a dog. And I get that completely. And that makes sense to me because some people are just not into them, and that's okay. And a lot of people, I would argue, honestly, most people who own dogs, they like the idea of having a dog, or maybe they like dogs, right? They like to meet dogs here and there, but they're not actually cut out to be dog owners. That shit pisses me off a lot, and I see it way more often than not. And maybe it's because I have a Chihuahua mix and people are goddamn cowards, but like when I'm walking around my neighborhood, it also might be my neighborhood because I don't know, this is a strange neighborhood. People will see me with my dog and they'll have a bigger dog, a much bigger dog, and they will be walking my direction. I can tell. Y'all think I don't fucking know when you walk the other direction on purpose because you see me, because you see my dog? Like why wouldn't I know that? You guys they think they can do it all discreetly, like just pretend like they were going to turn the corner. Moron. I knew you were trying to fucking go my way. But you saw my dog and you were like, "Oh shit, I'm not going over there." Your dog, if you have a bigger dog, and even if you have one that's maybe not the best with other dogs, you, as a dog owner, should have been responsible enough to train your dog to be able to pass a dog that maybe it wouldn't like. They don't have to greet each other. They don't have to smell each other. You don't have to say hi to me. You should be able to have your dog pass me or pass another dog or pass something it doesn't like without all hell breaking loose. And people also always try to control their dogs to a degree that is just not fucking realistic. And something that I see a lot with dog owners is they get a dog. It doesn't even matter if they get it as a puppy or they get it as a rescue and it's a few years old, but they get a dog. Obtain dog. Don't train it and then expect it to magically know commands. What the fuck is that shit? That is the dumbest thing in the entire world. That's like, oh my god, it just makes me so mad. Why the fuck would your dog know commands if you didn't train him? He or she's not gonna know commands because your dumbass didn't train him. Like, hello. My dog has so many commands. I'm not gonna say what they are right now because he's right next to me. But he has a command for sit. He has a command for stay. He has a command for stay wait. I can actually like be in a store or something or even be in a park or whatever and I can tell him to stay wait and I'll walk away a little bit and he won't follow me because I tell him to stay wait. Um, he has a command for go to bed. He has a command for no. His command for no, like absolutely not, don't touch that, is not no. Um, it's not the word no. Um, he has a command for relax. He has a command for lay down. He has a command for roll over. He has a command for get lost. I can't remember if I said that or not. He has a ton of commands that I taught him. And people just don't want to teach their dogs, and people are also fucking stupid enough not to know basic cues from their dog. Chuck and I were at the vet recently, and there was another dog there. We were in the waiting room. I think this dog was maybe a Beagle mix or maybe a Jack Russell mix. I don't know. It was around that size, but it was overweight. Problem number one. And the owner was kind of looking at his phone. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Kind of looking at his phone. He was just sitting in the waiting area, kind of away from us. And my dog wanted to greet that dog. Check wanted to greet that dog. So he did. He got up and they started sniffing each other. They were like this. They were just like sniffing each other like that. And his dog, the Beagle mix, Jack Russell mix, whatever it was wagging its tail. This guy looked up from his phone and was like, oh yeah, I don't know what kind of mood my dog is going to be in. You never know if he's going to snap or not. Moron, your dog was wagging his tail. He was not going to snap at my dog. You can literally tell by his body language, you idiot, that he's not upset when he's wagging his goddamn tail. This is what I'm talking about. Just people don't know the most basic shit about their own dog. And it's fucking embarrassing and it's really irresponsible, honestly. So I live in a building with an elevator. And something that people don't do very frequently just in life, generally adults, unfortunately, is use their words. Everyone, you need to use your words, okay? To make it easier for everyone. There was a dog that was a Shiba Inu mix. I don't like those dogs. They're brats. They're uppity. They're obnoxious. They're hard to train. I don't think they're good dogs. Okay? Quote me. Doge is cute AF, but I don't think they're good dogs. Anyway, this person was waiting at the elevator, waiting for it to open, had their dog right next to them. I could tell by the dog's body language that it was not in a good mood because my dog and I were approaching the elevator and I was just like, oh, hi. And the woman with this Shiba Inu was like, hi. And then like as soon as we got somewhat close and the elevator door opened, this dog just practically went rabid and started snarling and showing its teeth and lunging at my dog. And I was like, you could have said something. Because sometimes people do actually say something. Like when I'm walking around with my dog, someone will be like, oh my, like they'll be coming near me or they will be near me and they'll be like, my dog's not friendly. And I'm like, okay, then we don't approach. It's not a big deal. Those people who say my dog's not friendly are using their words. Good job. This has happened to me twice. And fam, any opportunity I get to tell someone what's really going on and I'm right and I can kind of yell it at them, that's what I fucking want in life. That's the joy I get from life. Okay, so this is what's happened to me twice. One time, my dog and I were walking down a sidewalk, where people normally walk. Tons of different types of people normally walk. And there was this older woman with a German Shepherd. He looked kind of young. Could have been a Belgian Shepherd, but I think it was a German Shepherd. I could tell she was tense from 100 feet away. She was giving her dog literally like one inch of leash space. And when you do that, when you're so tense and you're yanking your dog's leash, guess what, morons? It makes your dog tense too. So this woman was just making her dog super tense and she started yelling at me from probably 25 feet away and being like, Can you get your dog away? Can you move your dog? And I was like, no, You need to have control of your dog, lady. This is a normal ass fucking sidewalk. And then as I was passing her, I passed her and I was like, you're holding your dog's leash too tight. It's making him tense. You're giving him like 1 inch. Let up. And then people act like it's all the dog's fault. That also happened to me in a park, just a dog area one time. It was, I don't remember what kind of dog it was. I honestly feel like it was also a German Shepherd. But there was this young guy, 20s. I was around the same age at that time. But this young guy had a dog and was in a dog area. There was no one else there at the time. So I went in there because we went in there. It was a fucking dog area. But this guy had his dog. It was also off leash. Actually, he might have been holding it on a leash. It doesn't matter. But he also yelled at me from 50 feet away and was like, can you keep your dog on a leash? You got to keep your dog on a leash. Can you keep your dog away from mine? And I don't think he said that. He said something stupid. No, he didn't say that. He said, you need to keep your dog. You need to hold on to your dog. Maybe he was just all flustered in the moment or whatever. And I was like, you need to have control of your dog, dude. This is a public park. Another time that happened was, I didn't even have my dog with me. I was leaving. And I had to go through this kind of narrow pathway. And this woman who I could tell, was just super, she was always on edge. She was super stressed out 100% of the time when she was outside walking her dog. She had a dachshund. And this dog was an angel. He never did anything wrong. He was very well behaved. Sometimes you'll luck out and just magically get a dog that does everything you want it to without you training it. Sometimes. But that's very rare. And so this woman she had her dog. She had her little dachshund. And I started talking to her dog. I was leaving, mind you. I was going, so there's this narrow pathway that I had to get through, and she was going the opposite direction in the narrow pathway. And I was just kind of talking to her dog because I had seen it before. And I was like, oh, hi, da, da, da. And she fucking did this to me. I'm not even kidding you. When we were in this narrow ass pathway, she put her hand out. She's like, ma'am. And she blocked my way. It was a little bit confusing because it was, in fact, a really narrow pathway, but she blocked my way. She's like, ma'am, to stop me. You're scaring my dog. You don't mess with me in that way when I can clearly see that your dog is wagging its fucking tail. And so I said to her, I'm not scaring your dog, honey. I'm scaring you. Dogs do not wag their tails like that when they are scared. I was trying to get by you. If you're not emotionally well enough to own a dog, then don't fucking have a dog. I don't know why this is hard for people. I don't know why people are confused by this. It's really fucking stupid to give yourself a responsibility that you cannot handle. That you cannot handle, or that you will not handle, or perhaps both. I see people doing dumb shit with their dogs constantly. Unfortunately, there's a dog near us that's like a border collie dog and border collie dogs need a lot of exercise. They need tons of exercise, tons of mental stimulation, tons of interaction, tons of playtime, on and on and on, okay? But this dog goes nowhere except its yard. And it's a really gross looking house, and there's all this hoarded shit in the yard and everything in the front yard, and this dog is just stuck in this teeny tiny yard. And understandably, because he's been trapped there, he just runs around maniacally, and he growls and snarls and loses his mind whenever a dog passes him. And the owner is just nowhere to be seen. And then people are always like, why is my dog misbehaving? They don't fucking walk their dogs. And then they're like,
oh, I don't know why my dog's misbehaving. Like, oh, I don't know why my dog barks all the time. Like, oh, I don't know why I can't get my dog to sit or do anything.
I'm like, really? Really? You don't know why your dog won't listen to you when you never trained it to do so? You don't know why your dog is acting crazy when you never walk it? You don't know why your dog is doing things when you've never fucking watched a single episode of It's Me or the Dog or The Dog Whisperer? Because I've watched all those shows. A lot. Okay? And they do definitely have a shit ton of really valuable um, training methods. And a lot of people are fucking dumb about Cesar Millan. And like I do agree that some of his methods are in fact problematic and he is, but like let's remember like he was trying to make a TV show. Like he was trying to hype everything up like for the television show. But anyway, I was going to say something about him. What was I going to say? Forgot. His methods are problematic, but like a lot of his methods actually work. Okay, what I was gonna say was people are like, why are you um you can't like don't think of yourself as the alpha. Like don't think of yourself as a leader. Fam, I'm the leader. Okay? I am the human being and my dog is the domesticated animal. I am the one who controls him. I don't fully control him, but we're a team and we work together. I am the one who has trained him and he is my pet. He's not my child. He's not a human being. He's a dog. I'm the owner, and it's therefore my responsibility to train him, to feed him properly, to stimulate him properly, give him, uh, you know, lovin's and comfort. Like, and if you have a problem with saying like alpha, like, miss me with that shit. You're the leader of your dog. You are the human being. Like don't act like you're the equal. Don't act like you're it's that's just stupid. That's some stupid shit. I hate it when people are like, "Oh, I don't want to do I don't want to be the alpha or whatever the fuck." Then maybe you shouldn't own a dog. Maybe you shouldn't own a dog. People also get annoyed with their dogs for doing normal ass things like barking. There's a super cute dog actually that we've met a few times, and she's a beagle, and beagles bark. That's quite literally something that's ingrained in them in their breed, and she's not barking to be annoying, though people do get annoyed with it. She's just barking because that's like a thing that she does, and her owner gets all annoyed when she's barking, and people get all upset when their dogs are barking, and I'm like, okay, I understand that, but at the same time, like one, you can train your dog not to do that. Two, you can train your dog to do that less, and three, it's just barking. A lot of the time, more often than not, when a dog sees another dog and it starts barking, it just wants to bark for a little bit. There are also devices you can get to stop them from barking, and I'm not fucking talking about shock collars, so chill out. We'll talk about shock collars actually, though, because we'll be on the subject. There's this device you can get that will emit a tone that your dog doesn't like, and what you can train your dog to not bark as incessantly as a lot of dogs do bark when they meet another dog. You can just have your little device, and we can't hear it. The dogs can hear it, but we cannot. So you have your little device, your dog's barking, just beep it, it'll stop, and then voila, your dog's not barking anymore. Um, my ex had a dog that was a hunting dog mix. Okay, so she was very athletic, very powerful, very. She needed tons and tons of exercise, tons and tons of playtime every single day, and because she was a hunting dog, she actually could like if we went to like a big park, like a big like walking park, like she actually could like roam about and, you know, run around, run really far away from us, right? But we um did get her it wasn't a shock collar, it was a vibrating collar. So if she would go too far, we would just buzz her and then she would come back. Okay? Um yeah. People do all kinds of stupid shit with their dogs and they don't know how to own dogs, but then they own dogs anyway, and I'm like, why? Why are you owning a dog if you can't handle owning a dog? It's really fucking embarrassing. I've actually been meaning to make videos about various dog training methods and about how to handle dogs generally. Um, I could go on about this all day. I want to say one more thing, and maybe I'll say a few more things after that, but I knew someone one time who always had black labs. Like that was just the type of dog that he always owned. He never owned any other breed. And he was honestly really fucking dumb when it came to my dog because my dog's a Chihuahua mix. He's not full Chihuahua, he's Chihuahua mix. Black labs are pretty easy. Honestly, they're a pretty easy dog if you're willing to walk them and exercise them. They're very smart. They're very chill. They have a very chill demeanor generally. Um, and he just this guy, this person that I knew, just like had no fucking clue how to handle a Chihuahua. Like, I don't really understand that. I don't really understand if you love one type of dog, one breed of dog, and you're loyal to that breed, and that's the breed of dog you're always gonna have. Okay, that's fine. I'm not saying you can't do that, but these people who only know about their own dog's psychology, I'm just embarrassed for you because I feel like if you are someone who really truly loves dogs, you should have an inkling of how to handle all kinds of dogs. You should have an inkling of how to be with all kinds of dogs. Okay? Um yeah, I'll do a video soon about handling my dog and how to best have a leash on and that kind of thing because I've actually been meaning to do it. I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. Moose, the loose moose, the moose is loose was the person who requested this video, so thank you so much. I'm gonna do more vids about dogs. If you can't own a dog and you don't want to train one, then don't have a dog. Thank you.